Hello everybody, my name is Derek Weldon from Pacific Coast Auto here in Japan, and we're looking at an auction purchase of a Nissan Skyline R32. This one is going to go to the USA. This is our first one of the new year, so Happy New Year everybody. And of course it is a Nissan Skyline going to the States because they are still extremely popular imports to the USA. So this one here is a 4-door version, so I guess a little bit rarer than the 2-door. And then this one is an auto turbo RB20. It's the GTS-T Type M. Now we don't sell an awful lot of automatic Skylines, but there's a very good reason to buy them in automatic because in general they're way cheaper and in better condition than the 5-speed manuals. And you can swap them if you want, but I think it's a pretty decent car with a decent amount of power for somebody who wants an automatic transmission car. And not everybody who buys a Skyline or any JDM car for that matter is necessarily going to be wanting the 5-speed. And so I think good value for money for these cars. And so this is the RB20 DET engine that's just over 200 horsepower, inline 6-cylinder, smooth and nice feeling. Skylines feel great to drive, even the non-GTR ones, because the body is a really good compact size. It's rear-wheel drive, has 4-wheel steering. Steering feels great, suspension feels great with the double wishbones. Take a look at this. See this raised up spot? That's because of the double wishbones. The top wishbone has more clearance room there. And if you are like my friend Rory, that's not even enough. I've seen somebody actually cut a hole in this to give more room for the suspension because the car was so low. That being said, this one is completely stock. This is an R grade because the vehicle has been in an accident and has been repaired. Now, some of the paint on it is a little bit not so great, but the actual body lines, panel gaps, and things like that seem to be pretty good. Not perfect, but pretty good. Okay, I'm going to close the hood. If you're new to this channel, these videos are post-purchase reviews. This one has already been bought, and in fact, the person who bought this told me to say the name in the video, and so this vehicle is for Diane. Has already bought it. No, you are not allowed to buy this vehicle from us. Unless, you know, sometimes we put up videos of our inventory, but this isn't the case here. This one has already been bought. Okay, so here is the auction inspection sheet. It's really sunny today, so I'm going to go hide in the shade for when I translate this. So this is all the information that was given to us on the car before we purchased it. So 1990 Skyline GTS-T Type M, 2000cc, auction grade R because of the accident, interior exterior B. Now auction grade R does not mean a salvage title. It means a car that has been repaired. Could be a small accident, medium accident, or a large accident, and there will be information here about how big of an accident or what was replaced, and so I'll get to that in a sec. Now the mileage here is nice and low, only 81,497. Pretty remarkable for a car that is now 27 years old. Original gray paint, automatic transmission, auto AEC, power steering, power windows, alloy wheels. Now no sales points or notes from the seller here, only the notes from the auction inspector here. So interior dirty, scratched, seat wear, audio has been removed. Front, now here's accident damage. Front inner panel has, what it says is front inner panel dented or deformed. Basically what this means is this part was affected by the accident. The body shop repaired it as close to stock as possible, and then it still shows some signs. And so this is the type of thing that would lead to, for example, panel gaps not lining up perfectly, and on the front things like the hood lines not lining up. I'm just going to show you here how those are. We're probably raised up at the back about 0.5 millimeter, and going down you're pretty good. You're a little bit closer to the fender here than it should be, and then the one over here you're a little bit further away, and so here you're probably pretty good. For me that wouldn't bother me too much, but it depends on what type of car that I would be buying. Okay, core support and the front crossmember have been replaced. These are often replaced in an accident. Exterior has paint fade, and I'm going to get to that a little bit later. It's a little bit unique paint fade on this car. Steering wheel wear, left rear inner panel dented, left center pillar dented, so that's the pillar in between the doors. Right door mirror cover is cracked, underside surface rust and has been painted. Now I got pictures of the underside in the report, complete with about 80 other pictures of the vehicle. Now looking at the body here, XX means replaced, so both front fenders have been replaced. Both doors on the left side and the back fender here has been replaced. Okay, door mirrors scratched, wheels scratched, various scratches and dents, and then W means repaint marks, crack on the back bumper here, and then a U4 on the left rear door. That's a large dent. Now, it is very large, but it's quite shallow, and it doesn't stand out an awful lot considering it's a U4. So it's a less visible U4, I guess you could say, but U4 is still the biggest size dent according to the auction grade. Okay, so here we're going to go once around just to show you what the car looks like from, I guess, a basic distance. Pardon my sniffles. It's cold today, cold and windy. Okay, now pay attention to the front fender. The color is slightly different. Not the color's fine. The amount of sparkle in it is higher than the rest of the car. It was repainted and they couldn't match the sparkle the right amount. I think only going to be visible when the sun shines on it. Still has the Japanese plates on it, but do note that it is not possible to keep those plates. They have to be turned in when we deregister the car. The only way to get those plates is to tell the office that your plates were stolen, and then you have to go to the police station and you have to file a stolen plates report. And for those people who are interested, because we do get a lot of people asking us about that, we don't do that. We're not going to go make a false police report so that you can have plates. I'm sorry. Okay, so regular R32 front end. We got the glass headlights that look like the N1 headlights, but they're actually not. They're just looking like it. N1s are made out of plastic. These are glass. Glass is good because then they don't fade. Okay, Skyline mark on there. So the paint fade is on the trunk and the right rear fender and mostly the roof. Now take a look. This is what it is. This is a style of paint fade where the paint gets these micro cracks in it, and those cracks are underneath the clear coat. And so roof and trunk, oddly enough, not the rear spoiler. And then some of it on this back fender. I don't know what angle you can see it. The funny thing about this is it shows up only at certain angles. Here we go, the back door has some. Okay, so we have stock exhaust, stock suspension. Tires are a 2006 tire, but they still have like 90-ish% of their tread, and they look nice and soft. They feel and taste nice and soft too. And then these taillights, they're exclusive to the 4-door, yet the taillights that look like that. Now the regular taillights do have the 2 circles like that, but they have body color shrouding around them, and so it is different. Stock wheels, and nice brakes, and the wheels 16, 6.5, and then plus 40. Okay, peeling there, and here's the U4. You can see it's right in the door, and there is some damage around that fender as well. Okay, and you can see a series of small dents right up there too. Now I got another video showing the dents specifically. There are a few more, but I'm not really going to get into them in the scope of this video. 4-door, door cards are good. This little piece here, you can fix that yourself with a heat gun, or so I have been told. Pretty common thing for the Skylines to do. This one's just starting. Back seats are for no legs people, or for people who wish that they were no legs. You can just like kind of stick your knees into your shirt and just sit in the seat that way. Going into the driver's section here. Oh, look at this. This piece is broken off. And you can take that off completely if you want. Most of the Skylines don't have those visors, but that is a dealer option on this one. Can you see that? I don't know. K-switch panel is good. All of this works, including the electric folding mirrors, which is a very Japanese thing. Now the car has AC, but the AC didn't feel very cold to me, and so I believe that that needs to be looked at. Typically the auction inspection sheet will catch that, but in this case they didn't. Steering wheel looks like it's been relined, but it has some peeling at the bottom. Door floor mats are in good shape. Gauges are in good shape. 81, 538 kilometers on there. This dashboard's one of the best R32 dashboards I've seen. No bubbling here and no bubbling here and no cracked pieces. This is like fewer than 5% of the R32s have a dashboard as clean as this, and these are getting in short supply, and so that's a super win. Over $1,000 worth of dashboard in this car, so great. Okay, comes with cigarettes. This is a high light filter cigarettes. Okay, cigarettes in Japan are super cheap. It's weird. From like in Canada, like $12 or $15 for a pack of cigarettes. Here in Japan, it's like $3. It's weird. Now the car doesn't smell like cigarettes, even though there's a pack of cigs in here, but it has been smoked in. You can tell because cigarette lighter has been used. Automatic transmission. Okay. Head out here. Show you the trunk. Show you the back. I already showed you the back seats. The trunk has pilling on the mat. Pretty common for Skyline, so this one's a little bit worse than your average one, but you can fix that with I mean, they can be cut off with your fingers. You can get kind of like a pill removal machine, but I'm not sure how well that would do on this. What I would take is your dad's razor, like next time you go to his house, and just shave it all off, and then don't tell him about it. You can see in the back here, this isn't standard. That's where the fender would have been put on in the back. And then this is what it looks like unstandard, and so just to show you that, it is good to see. And that is going to be the end of this review. And so if you like these reviews, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. We review any of the cars that our customers allow us to put on here, which is probably about 40% of the cars that we sell or so. Maybe less than that, 30%, don't know. But anyway, we get a vast variety of interesting cars here in Japan for export to basically any country in the world. So thank you very much for watching this, and have a nice day.